Oh, and a plate carrier. Ugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this installment of Rifle Barrel Lengths. I'm going to be doing a series about rifle barrel lengths, what they're good for, what they're bad for, and some crossover areas. Because everybody's buying different stuff. And quite frankly, not a lot of people know what they're talking about. Not that I'm some authority or some hyper badass, I'm a regular dude. But I know some things about stuff. Just some little things. So let's go over them. First, the 20-inch upper. It's a meme upper, a troll upper. It's the vibe check upper. It's also a super flat shooting upper. Why would I want that when I can go buy a 10.5-inch PSA build and then say it's just as good? That's the question. And hopefully we'll answer it. Now, to introduce you to my build, this is gonna piss cloners off. So this is my 20-inch M16A4 clone, but it's not clone correct. It's going to troll all of the cloners, mostly autistic ones. My friends, I still like you guys, and I'm gonna do some legit clones, but oh boy. Oh no, is that a BCM? Is this BCM? BCM, oh. UTG stock? I got it because it's so black.
You're so righteous.
This is also true.
I can hear the screams now. I got that from Critical Drinker, by the way. Definitely stole that idea from him. So if you want to see some badass movie reviews of somebody who has some culture, and though he's not been in the military, has a lot of military style humor, mostly alcoholism, go ahead and give him a watch. I'll put his channel in the description. All right. So the 20-inch upper, let's go over some pros. Very, very inexpensive rifle to build. You can do this very easily. Cloning is very, very easy. The parts are available still. And it is a staple in GWAT history, especially for the initial invasion in the early 2000s. Finding the Knight's Rail is always the hardest, and the broomstick. Luckily someone gave this to me, so this build is even cheaper than it normally would be. But it's really easy because these rifles are not looked at with such high esteem because they're not super fast, high speed, low drag, M-lock, badass. So that's why. Best performance for your 5.56 rounds. Now, unless you're shooting a Mark III 18 Mod O or a really optimized round for a shorter barrel, the best performance you're ever gonna see is out of a 20-inch barrel. Now, I know some of you are gonna say accuracy-wise, nuh-uh, because this is not free-floated. But you can buy 20-inch barrels and make a free-floated setup, or you can just get this and love every second of it. But the round is optimized for a 20-inch barrel, which is great. Also, with the 20-inch barrel comes our next point, zero recoil. This thing is super flat because it has a rifle length gas system. And the most optimum dwell time, which is good because your parts longevity, which is another point, increases. So very easy to keep on target. And if you're running a dot or an EOTech with, I'd prefer like a Comp M4, Comp M5, you know, something like that. But if you're running an EOTech, it'll also look really good with that front sight. or you can run an ACOG and be a real man. Now, in the middle ground, we have your weight and length of pull. Now, weight is very subjective. Some people like a rifle as light as it can be. Some people don't care. Some people like a heavy rifle. I'm kind of between the don't care and heavy rifle. I've found that my preferred weight is somewhere between 8 and 9 pounds. And then for a longer gun, fully set up, about 10, 11 pounds. My HK is literally at the end of my comfort zone, but I can run it effectively. And that's at like 12 pounds, 6 ounces or something like that. So, but it's a precision setup. This, on the other hand, is around 8.5 pounds. Not terrible, not great, but it's long. So, it distributes that weight a little more evenly than if it was just like a tiny little brick. That said, she is long. She's one of those tall girls with nice curves and gets stuff done. And part of that is this, which is a surprisingly comfortable stock. I'm finding the more I shoot other stuff and then switch back to this, I don't have like that ew moment. It's nice. And I'm only 5'8". I'm average all the way around. Equally structured. I don't have a long or short torso. Very, very balanced for a 5'8" guy. And I can still run this stock. However, when I hand it to the ogre that I know,
Good work. Proud of you.
he's 6'5". He runs this very comfortably and can keep it very, very flat. And he likes the length of pull. Very comfortable for him. So that's why weight and length of pull are in the middle ground, because it's very subjective. Moving on. Disadvantage time. This thing sucks for close quarter combat because of the whole front end, right? So this is a 13-inch rail, and then you have the rest of the barrel. You're gonna be bumping into stuff. It's longer than what a lot of people are used to. So you're gonna be bumping into things. It's not gonna turn as easy. You're not gonna be able to make those super high speed movements look good. It's very, very ineffective inside of anything other than an industrial building.
Fucking thing sucks!
So, I will say this presents very well. It's a very fluid presentation with the iron sights or an optic, but as your targets get closer, you can't move as fast. Transitioning is more difficult. So if you have a 14.5 with a pin and welded muzzle device to get to 16 inches, that's 4 whole less inches you have to deal with versus this thing. And my first duty station in the military, I was protecting a jet, and the Marines taught us how to clear said jet, and we had M16s and they had M4s. And I had an M16A3, not even the cool ass A4s that they had, and I had to learn how to clear an aircraft by short stocking it, and that sucks. We still got it done though. So let's say, next for disadvantages, that you want to put an LPVO or something like that on there. This is always going to be there. You could take it off, but then that would ruin the peak aesthetics. So a dot is more preferable, which is funny because you can really reach out with this barrel. So it's kind of 6 to 12, half dozen of another. It's not super ideal. If you have a 20-inch without this, A-post front sight, then you can put like crazy magnification on it and reach out and smack things with the absolute best velocities. A3 parts suck. So when you have the 2 plastic things up front, very ergonomic, very light. However, you can't put shit on it and it's not cool. Also, I don't like the A3 pistol grip because it swoops like this and it's just uncomfortable. Lastly, without having a suppressor, you will have the forbidden popsicle on the front of your gun forever. You shoot about, I don't know, 120 rounds out of this thing and she's spicy. And if you let this drop and it hits your knee, or if you're super tall and super well endowed, you're gonna be pee-pee smacking yourself with the forbidden popsicle. Not a good time. So watch out for that. For some of you out there that don't know this This is not a cold hammer forged barrel. I don't believe there are 20-inch barrels that are cold hammer forged. This is an H-bar though, so it can deal with a lot of volume of fire. It's a very, very thick barrel, and you'll notice it's a straight profile. And some people will get upset about that, some people won't, but you're not gonna find cold hammer forged barrels in 20-inch. So it's not gonna degrade your performance. So not really a point of consideration, but maybe a note. I don't know. The bonus section for bonuses. If you have bayonets. Oh shit. If you, damn it, bayonets. If you have bayonets, you can attach them to the front, and it's gangster. I prefer the M8A1. Very nice. This one's German made, very tough. But you can also have, I think this is the M9 bayonet. I don't know. Similar military designations. But if you want to add a bayonet, you don't have to go buy the silly Geisley stabby thing. Between the fixed stock and the bayonet capabilities, you might be able to still do work. Not to be underestimated. So overall, the 20-inch is not the meme gun that people present it as all the time. It's actually pretty sweet. You can vibe check people, test their plates out if it gets to that. Or if somebody's saying their AR-500 steel plates that they bought to coat their house in are bulletproof, you can show them otherwise, because velocity and steel core, you know, do work. But hopefully I did a decent job encapsulating both the pros, the crossovers, and the cons of the 20-inch setup. I'm very, very happy with this gun. I'm very happy I have it in my inventory. And hopefully you'll see more of it in the future. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care out there.